When Lewis Hamilton walked away from Mercedes, he believed he was closing a chapter. But in Montreal, the past roared back, in the shape of George Russell on pole, in the calm confidence of a rookie named Antonelli, in the sight of a silver garage, thriving, and Hamilton, P5, behind Russell, behind Antonelli, behind the very machine he once shaped. There were no fireworks, no frustration, just a quiet line. We were told the soft was the better one, a sentence that divides a fan base. Is he being too passive? Is Ferrari sabotaging him? Or did Hamilton simply make the wrong move? You decide. If you think Hamilton made a mistake leaving Mercedes, comment, he should have stayed. If you believe Ferrari just needs time to follow his lead, drop. No regret. Or maybe you don't care about either. Maybe you just came to watch Ferrari burn from the inside. Either way, this race wasn't just about tires. It was about what Hamilton walked away from and what's waiting for him if he fails. At Mercedes, Hamilton wasn't just a driver, he was the system. The car evolved with him, the strategy bent toward him, and when it didn't work, they adjusted. Now, in red, he gets told what tire to use. We were told the soft was the better one. It wasn't a protest, it was a resignation, because in this Ferrari, the decisions don't come with conversation, they come with consequences. Soft tires in Q3, no flexibility, no podium, and while Russell celebrates at the front, in a car Hamilton helped build, Lewis stands in fifth, explaining why things went wrong. Again, some say he needs time, others say Ferrari will never change, and then there are those who think he abandoned a ship that was never sinking. So we ask again, Team Mercedes? He should have stayed. Team Ferrari? No regret. Or maybe you've got a third take. Is Ferrari wasting the greatest driver of this era, or is Hamilton finally paying the price for chasing something too romantic to ever be real? Comment, argue, take a side. This isn't just strategy, it's identity warfare. Charles Leclerc pushed too hard in Q3, blamed the dirty air, blamed the traffic, blamed everything, except the system that told him softs were the answer. He qualified 8th, again. George Russell, on pole, calm, composed, no chaos, no excuses. And Hamilton? P5. Watching the driver he once mentored take the front row, watching the teammate he just met fall behind, again. And that's the tension Ferrari doesn't want to admit. Russell is thriving in a system that was designed around Hamilton. Leclerc is collapsing inside a system that pretends it doesn't need to change. And Lewis, he's between them. One represents what he built, the other what he was promised. So tell us, is Leclerc part of Ferrari's problem? Or the victim of a broken culture? Is Russell proof that Hamilton left too soon? Or a reminder of what Hamilton built? Comment your side, fight it out, we'll read every take. Because this isn't just Hamilton versus Ferrari, it's Hamilton between two legacies, one he shaped, one he's still trying to save. It's been half a season, and Hamilton is still saying things like, every track I go to, it's like driving this car for the first time. That's not adaptation, that's alienation. The setup doesn't respond, the strategy doesn't flex, the tires don't last, and the people around him still hesitate. At Mercedes, they built the car around him. They trusted his feel, they followed his instincts. At Ferrari, it's like they're still waiting to see if he earns it. And that's where the real doubt begins. Not in the results, but in the dynamics. He left to lead, but is he leading or surviving? Russell thrives in the house Hamilton helped build. Leclerc stumbles in the house that keeps resisting renovation. And Lewis, caught in the middle, all again. So let's get real. Is Ferrari too proud to be led by Hamilton? Or is Hamilton too loyal to admit he chose wrong? Drop your flag in the comments. Pick your side. Because if Ferrari doesn't move soon, this won't just be about setups or tires. It'll be about a revolution that never got the chance to begin. We were told the soft was the better one. That sentence isn't innocent, it's a message. Cold, calculated, quietly devastating. Because Hamilton isn't just talking about tire compounds, he's talking about control, about trust, about a team that still delivers strategy like commandments, not conversations. At Mercedes, disagreement was data. At Ferrari, it's defiance. They don't question the call, they defend it, even when it fails. And now, for the second time in 3 races, Hamilton has let the silence speak for him. He didn't argue on the radio. He didn't accuse anyone post-race. He simply revealed the truth. He's not driving this team yet. He's following it. And for a 7-time world champion, that's not strategy. That's stagnation. If you believe Ferrari is still afraid of giving Hamilton full control, comment. Let him lead. If you think Hamilton should have stayed where he was trusted, drop. Mercedes was home. This isn't about a tire anymore. It's about a team that doesn't realize who's already trying to save them before it's too late. George Russell didn't just take pole, he did it with Hamilton's old crew, Hamilton's old car philosophy, Hamilton's legacy, refined, not rejected. Antonelli, fourth, calm, fast, growing. Meanwhile, at Ferrari, Leclerc spirals, Hamilton adapts, and no one seems fully in control. This was supposed to be year one of a revolution. Instead, it feels like year 5 of deja vu. The same missed calls, the same soft tire gamble, the same confusion over who's actually leading the mission. And the man who was brought in to change it all, he's now the one asking quiet questions instead of demanding sharp answers. So we ask you, is Mercedes proving that Hamilton was never the problem, but Ferrari might be? Or is this still just part of the long game? And Hamilton's rise in red is coming. Drop your truth in the comments. Debate, disagree, defend, because the longer Ferrari waits to evolve, the more the world starts asking, what exactly did Hamilton sign up for? And how long until he stops waiting? Hamilton didn't join Ferrari to blend in. He came to lead, to rebuild from the inside. But how do you lead a team that refuses to be led? In Montreal, he finished fifth, not because of pace, but because of a decision made without him. Soft tires in Q3, no margin, no explanation. We were told. And while Ferrari hides behind old orders, Mercedes thrives on the foundation Hamilton left behind. Russell on pole, Antonelli growing, a team with vision, direction, belief. At Ferrari, hesitation, disconnect, silence. And maybe that's the hardest truth of all. Hamilton isn't just losing races, he might be losing time. If you still believe Ferrari can rise under him, comment, he's just getting started. If you think he chose the wrong team, right, Mercedes was home. This story won't end on a podium. It'll end when someone finally dares to break the system. Lewis Hamilton hasn't said he regrets leaving Mercedes, but regret doesn't always speak loudly. Sometimes it hides in pauses, in glances toward a garage that used to be his, in a quiet sentence after qualifying, "We were told." That wasn't a complaint, it was a signal. That maybe Ferrari isn't listening, that maybe the revolution he came to lead isn't ready to begin. Meanwhile, Russell celebrates with a team Hamilton shaped, Antonelli grows in a system built on Hamilton's legacy, and Ferrari, still fumbling decisions, still protecting tradition over change. This isn't about one race, it's about a man fighting to transform a machine that keeps rejecting him. And the longer it goes, the more the question grows. Was Ferrari ever ready for Hamilton, or did he walk away from the one team that always understood him? Comment below, pick your side. Because this isn't just a race weekend, it's a silent referendum on the biggest move in modern F1 history, and it's not over. And maybe that's what hurts the most. Hamilton didn't come to Ferrari to win instantly. He came to build something legendary, but legends need ground to stand on. And right now, Ferrari feels like sand. He's patient, he's focused, but even the greatest have limits. If this team keeps treating him like an outsider, they won't just waste his talent, they'll waste history, so choose your side. Was this the wrong move, or the beginning of something greater? The next race won't give answers, but it will reveal who's truly ready to fight.